Hey guys, so today I'm going to be doing another foundation review. I'm going to be doing it on the Covergirl Clean Matte BB Cream for oily skin because, yeah, I feel like I haven't seen many reviews on this, and I don't know. It will not be a first impressions, but it will be a review / wear test, so yes. So it says, CoverGirl's Clean Matte BB Cream is an oil-free formula that gives the perfect amount of coverage to even skin tone, hide blemishes, and won't clog pores and keeps you shine-free all day long. So I guess those are the claims. There's not many. I have it in the shade 510, and it looks like it comes in, let's see, one, two, three, four, five, six shades. So it goes from fair to deep, which I don't know if you can see that, but it doesn't go very deep, and there's not a ton of shades. I actually heard about this from the Taylor. I'm always on the hunt for a good mattifying foundation because that's what I like to wear. So yeah, this is dark for me, and I usually mix it, but I won't for the sake of this review, obviously. Obviously, I already have my eye makeup done and my brows done, because I always do that before my foundation. I moisturized with the Shea Moisture African Black Soap Problem Skin Moisturizer. Washed my face before that, all that good stuff. So I'm going to use this primer. It is the e.l.f. Blemish Control Face Primer. This does not claim to be mattifying, and I've been using it like every day, so I don't think this will affect the wear. I like always use a primer, and since this is a matte foundation, I'm not using a mattifying primer so you can really see. So yeah. So just take about a pump and a half of that on my hand. Spread that all over my face. It definitely has a tacky feeling, but this is not a review on that. Okay, so it's in a squeezy tube. I'm gonna squeeze it onto my dirty Bath & Body Works candle lid that I use so I don't get everything dirty. It's pretty runny. I'm gonna squeeze about that much out. Let me show you. It does run, and it is very warm toned. I'll give it that. I have a problem with most CoverGirl things being really pink on me, so like even if I blend it down my neck, like my chest will be pretty yellow, and then my like face and neck will be like super pink. So I'm only gonna use a beauty blender because all my brushes are dirty, so c'est la vie. So I'm gonna take this and dot it all over my face. I'm not even gonna color correct or anything because I want to give you the full effect. So there it is on one side. Sorry if I'm looking over here, that's where my mirror is. So it blends out really easily with a beauty blender. I knew that already. So obviously I had some like scars and stuff, and like healing acne like right here, and off of one layer it's like basically completely covered. For a BB cream you would think it'd be pretty low coverage, but it's actually not, which is great. So I'm gonna do it on the other side of my face. It's also very lightweight. Like I feel like I don't feel it on my skin as much. So I just finished applying it. I would definitely say right now it looks like a satin matte, which is not bad. I think it looks really healthy, and yeah. The shade is not awful for me. It might look different on camera, but in real life, like looking in my mirror, it's not terrible. It's a little bit dark, but it's not as dark as it has been. I've definitely tanned with it being summer where I live, so it's not awful. And yeah, I'm gonna go finish up the rest of my makeup, and I will check back in with you guys. Before I forget, I did set my face with powder. I used the Wet n Wild pressed powder, like the Photo Focus one, and Warm Ivory. And yeah, I figured I would not use my matte powder on top of it because, I don't know, maybe you don't want to get them both. I don't know. And once again, like that's marketed as matte, so it kind of defeats the purpose of seeing whether this is matte or not. So now I'm going to take a setting spray. This is the Milani Make It Last setting spray. I don't notice this making my makeup last any longer, but it takes away like the powdery look because, let me get up close. My skin definitely looks a little like powdery. I also always use setting spray, so it's like, this is a controlled test, guys, so I'm just gonna you know, sometimes you just gotta shower yourself in setting spray. Okay, so I just finished my makeup. I'll put what I'm wearing on like my eyes and my lips like in the description box. It is 1:16 p.m. Oh geez. 1:16 p.m. So I'm gonna go run some errands and then I will check in with you guys in a little bit to show you how the foundation's looking. And after the setting spray and everything, let me do a close up. So after the setting spray and everything, here's how my skin looks. Very like natural matte. So yeah, I will check in with you guys soon. Hey guys, so it is currently 4:51, so the foundation has been on for almost 4 hours, and it is looking okay. It has worn off a little bit on my chin. Now I could have just wiped my face by mistake, which is like, you know, totally plausible, but it's just like one spot like right here, and it's all like, of course it's like the place where I have the most scarring, so like you see it. It is kind of oily on my nose. It's not awful though. And it's melting like a little bit through here, and then it looks almost cakey through like right here. Now I think that's from me concealing my brows before I put on the foundation. Like I cleaned it up with concealer, so it could be that. But yeah, the rest of the face is looking fine. Like cheeks look fine. Also, excuse this contour, it's pretty terrible. Slash like the bronzer situation, it's just not good today. But it's looking pretty good. It hasn't worn off. This was also where I had like some scarring and stuff, and you still can't see it. It hasn't worn off or anything. So yeah, I'm really liking how it's looking. It looks very natural. Also, it should be said that it was 80 degrees today and I was walking around outside, so obviously that probably has a little something to do with that. And yeah, so I'm either gonna nap or to wash my makeup brushes, don't know which yet. So I will see you guys in a few hours at the next check-in. Okay, so it is 6:45, so the foundation has been on for five and a half hours now. I took a little nap, so yeah, that's why this right here is smeared. Looking in the mirror, my first thought is my nose is pretty like oily looking, and my chin, like right like in the center of my chin. Now my forehead is also a little oily, but I definitely like, I actually prefer it this way. It looks a lot more natural. It doesn't look as cakey as it was before. My cheeks are fine. I intentionally slept on my back just so I would not mess this up. So yeah, right now it is like decent. Like I definitely, if I was going out somewhere, I'd probably touch like put one of those oil absorbing sheets like here and here. I think my forehead's fine. Like I'm completely fine with my forehead. It's just like this is always the area I struggle with because it gets shiny like super fast. But yeah, it didn't really smudge or anything, which is nice. It hasn't really like melted off anywhere. It's just that these two areas are oily. Like it has not like melted off, so to speak. So so I am gonna go and make dinner now. I will catch up with you guys at the next check-in. Okay, so this is gonna be the final check-in. It is 9:18, which means the foundation has been on for 8 hours now, and it's pretty much looking the same as the last check-on. Well, it's pretty much looking the same as it was in the last check-in, maybe a little bit more oily on the nose, but that's about it. It didn't really fade though, and it didn't really like break down. Definitely recommend this with the powder. They also have the Clean Matte, and that's actually a lighter powder, so you probably like could, if you're about my skin tone, like figure it out. Like that kind of lightens this up for me. Yeah, I just think that works better. That powder definitely keeps me matte. The Wet n Wild one doesn't really keep me matte, so yeah, and that was just like a control test, you know, not to use anything mattifying or anything, but yes, I do think this mixes really well with other foundations. My favorite is this in the Hard Candy Glamouflage. That lightens it up just a little bit, and this makes that way longer wearing and not as like greasy. So yeah, I would give this a, if you're not really light and you're not really dark, I'd give this a go, but like I said in the beginning, there's only 8 shades, so just be like wary of that. And yeah, I really want to go shower now and scrub off my makeup, so I'm gonna go. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Subscribe if you want to see more content from me. Have a good day whenever you're watching this, and I will see you guys soon. Bye guys!